happy Tuesday. Happy Tuesday, happy Tuesday. Thank y'all so much for joining me and supporting this live today. Please don't forget to hit the like button and also feel free to support the channel. Thank you to everybody. Like I said, I can't, pretty much thank y'all enough for supporting this positive commentary. It means a lot. Um, Let me say something before y'all excuse me if I seem a little off today. I've been a little off for a couple of days now. I'm not feeling 100%. I mean, I'm not hurting or anything like that. It's just like I just feel a little off physically and mentally. I don't know. Like I say, it could be the time of year. I don't know what it is, but I'm pushing through. I'm pushing through. I'm pushing through. I will always continue to push through. It's what I've done my entire life. I don't know what else to do, right? With that being said, the first thing I want to say is I apologize for the live taking a turn on yesterday. People have to understand with these particular lives that I've chosen to, well, these particular stories or whatever, this commentary that I've chosen to feature on my main channel. It means a lot in so many ways, and I feel very strongly about um uh, continuing with the commentary, continuing to bring y'all the lives, continuing to cover these stories no matter how much they take out of me because they take a lot. They take the stories itself, the consequences, the reading, the research, you know what I mean? It's a lot. It takes a lot to push through these lives. And I'm just gonna ask that everyone that chooses to support these lives respect the fact that for a lot of people, not just me, other people in the chat as well. These lives take a lot, and they take a lot to conduct. They take a lot to support, and I just don't want any extra going on as far as when it comes to these lives. Now, I do have my other channel where we go on and we play, we do whatever. You know what I'm saying? We entertain what I call the fuckery. You know what I mean? So I just ask that people respect that on these particular lives that we keep it cute and we keep it on topic. That goes for the panel as well as the chat because I see a lot of stuff in the chats that kind of irritate me. I'm gonna be honest, in the chats that irritate me as well. You know what I mean? And we all are grown adults. You know what I mean? I'm not here to try to tell any grown adult what to do, but what I can do is sort of kind of set parameters for my lives and what goes on in my lives. And I just feel like um, if I can push through and bring these lives and continue to, because to be honest, I get requests from true sippers, you all, to do these lives, like the particular subjects that I choose to cover or stories that I choose to cover. I get it from y'all. So I'm doing it because it's what y'all want to see, what y'all want to talk about. So, I just, if I can respect that, I just ask that everybody, kind of respect my lives and how I choose to, um, you know, conduct my lives when it comes to these very serious topics. Thank you, Miss London. Good. Hey, y'all. I'm sorry. I see all y'all in the chat. I do see, like I said, I do read the chat as the music is playing, and I see everybody's comments. And thank y'all so much for joining me. Like I say, if I seem a little, I'm good. I'm good. It's just something. I don't know, y'all. I've been sleeping. Y'all know I don't even sleep like that. But I've been like, I guess my body just saying, I've been sleeping like I had this live schedule for 12 and was it 12 at first, I think, and then I changed it to 2, I think. But anywho, I keep changing the times because I keep getting these feelings over me where I need to sleep. So when I get that, I sleep because I don't sleep a lot, you know. So George Truly, don't get blocked. So with that being said, y'all, I just wanted to say that before we get started, I do want to um, wish everybody happy holidays. I know everybody has, different emotions, when it comes to the holidays and things of that nature. But I do, want to try to keep everybody's spirit up. And covering these stories don't really help, but it's so necessary. I feel like, covering these stories, it's a lot, but I feel like they are so necessary. You feel me? So, like I say, as far as these lives are concerned, I'm gonna always push through and come with them. Um, and like I said, I cannot express enough thanks to the people that choose to support these lives, because as you all can tell, everybody don't support them. So for those that do support them, I do appreciate it, and I do. I see, I notice, and yeah, I appreciate y'all. I really do. Don't forget to hit the like button. Oh yeah, the twins. We all forgot. Sorry, true. Yeah, child, you might well forget. So and then I'm still on top of everything else, I'm still trying to figure out how to bring this commentary and show the videos like I want to show them without. It's just a lot I'm trying to work through, y'all, as far as all of my channels. You know what I mean? So like I say, I'm trying to work out all these kinks and trying to get on the schedule with my channel, so when 2023 come in, it will be a breeze. So just bear with me. And trying to, bring the best that I can to y'all. Just bear with me, and I promise you I'm gonna get it right. Because one thing I don't do is give up. I just don't. Thank y'all for the 29 likes. Y'all be sure, if you have not hit that like button, to please hit the like button, and please feel free to support the channel. Okay. Um. Yeah, yo, shoot. And to be honest, thank God. You know what I'm saying? Thank God that He's blessing me so far to see another year. But my birthday is also one of those days that kind of weighs on my spirit. And I enjoy my birthdays. I thank God for one for my birthdays. I try my best to enjoy my birthdays, but it's still this spirit over me when it comes to my birthdays. But yeah, my birthday is coming up. My birthday is in 13 days. Yay! And so yeah, I'm gonna get better. I mean, we all gonna be okay. You know what I mean? We all gonna be okay. So, thank you guys. I appreciate that, boo. So with that being said, thank you yours truly, and I'm here for y'all. Okay, that's why I'm going to always push through. But with that being said, um, this story right here, it's a lot. It's a lot that comes with it. It's very, very sad. Hey Jay, um, it's so sad, and our prayers go out to this beautiful little girl's family. In dealing with this tragedy, the world is. I say it all the time. This world is so treacherous. I mean, when you can, take the lives of babies and kids and anybody, anybody. But when it comes to babies and kids, it's extra sad. Um, it's extra heavy, and it's just I don't understand how somebody could take the life of anybody, much less a child. But I'm gonna put this up. I'm gonna put that up. Hold on a minute, y'all. Let me see. Oh, thank you. I can't write back right now, but thank you to that person that just DM me. I love you, sis. I appreciate that, and I miss you. So hurry up and come back. Um, that's the trigger warning, y'all. So for anybody that at any time feels triggered, like I get it. And so if anybody has to step out the live or anything, I get it. Um, because this is a lot. Um, I think what I'm gonna do first is trying to think if I want to read an article or if I just want to play video. I'm gonna try to play this video, y'all. Let me see. And I'm sure most of y'all been following this because I got several requests from you all to cover this. So let me because I can't do a whole lot of talking right now. So I'm gonna try to play this video and hopefully it'll play for me. I tested it before I came on and it played, so hopefully it'll play for me now. Uh, You know. Um, Y'all, please, when I start playing this video, let me know if in the chat if you all can hear.
And there's some in my maybe I can shove it as
Oh, I forgot I was mute. Okay, listen. So this news conference right here is when she first went missing. Okay, so we do know since then she's been found. But this news update right here. Shout out to Miss Rose and thank everyone for contributing to JC on GoFundMe. Oh, my daddy always do this. Hold on, y'all. I'm back, y'all. I apologize. So what I was saying was this news conference right here, y'all, is the news conference that was put on. Oh, I'm sorry, I got thrown off. Miss Rosie. Thank you, Miss Rosie, for supporting the channel. Thanks everyone for contributing to JC on GoFundMe and all the prayers. He is still making progress. Thank you so much for that update, Miss Rosie. We appreciate that, and I love you, and thank you for supporting the channel. And we will always keep praying for JCN and your family, okay? All right, so like I was saying, um, this is the news conference that they put on when she went missing, okay, y'all? Here we go. And please let me know in the chat if y'all can hear it.
everybody ready. Everybody else, we appreciate the assistance of media because this is a pretty big deal for us at the Wise County Sheriff's Office. And I know that some of y'all have heard a lot of the information that was put out yesterday, which is still accurate. I'm going to go back through some of it because some of you may have not heard that. This is Craig Johnson. He's our chief deputy. He's going to help me because I know that y'all will have some questions, and when you do have the questions, we'll be prepared to answer those things as much as we possibly can, understanding that it's an ongoing investigation. Wednesday, the 30th of November, at about 4:15, a 7-year-old Athena Strand stepped off her school bus, arriving home like she does almost every day. In 6 p.m. that Athena was missing. Within about, I think it was about 14 minutes, we had deputies deputies, EMS, volunteer fire departments that just right away. And that search for the most part was that
Okay,
area
so
of the
God, it
house.
says it's skipping. God, it says it's skipping. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to just play the audio because basically y'all can see this is the news conference. I'm going to just play the audio. I'm going to stop sharing the screen. And I'm going to just play the audio on my end. And then y'all can let me know. Once I start playing this audio, y'all please let me know if you can still hear it. I'm just going to play the audio, not the visual. So, y'all let me know if y'all can still hear it once I stop sharing the screen. I did mute, guys. I'm sorry. I did mute. I'm sorry, y'all. Here we go. Y'all let me know if y'all can hear it. Hold on a minute. Hold on a minute. All right, y'all. My Leah bust in wanting to talk after school, y'all. Okay. So I did mute, guys. I apologize. Okay, let me try it again, y'all. Y'all please let me know if y'all can hear.
And again, good afternoon. We appreciate the assistance of media because this is a pretty big deal for us at the Wise County Sheriff's Office. And I know that some of y'all have heard a lot of the information that was put out yesterday. Still accurate. I'm going to go back through some of it because some of you may have not heard that. This is Craig Johnson. He's our chief deputy. He's going to help me because I know that y'all will have some questions, and when you do have the questions, we'll be prepared to answer those
Thank
things
you,
as
guys.
much as we possibly can, understanding that
Thank you,
it's
Miss
an ongoing
Carla.
investigation. So on Wednesday, the 30th of November, at about 4:15, a 7-year-old Athena Strand stepped off her school bus, arriving home like she does almost every day at County Road 3573 in Paradise. At about 6:40 p.m. that same day, Wise County Sheriff's Office dispatch received a 911 call from Athena's stepmom reporting that Athena was missing. Within about, I think it was about 14 minutes, we had deputies, EMS, volunteer fire departments there, and there was a search that commenced just right away. And that search, for the most part, was that area of the house, inside the house, under the house, and then the immediate area in that 6-acre tract where they live. But they weren't able to locate the child. So later on in the night, we had THP who came to help, the EMC Emergency Management Coordinator, as well as the fire marshal, and multiple local PDs joined in and helped us in the investigation and the search. And in the nighttime, we had DPS 101 helicopter, DPS 101 and Fort Worth PD's Air 1 that were there. And they had thermal imaging helping to locate heat signatures on the ground. but they didn't find anything other than wildlife, rabbits, hogs, and some deer. Uh, no indication that there was any human activity out and about. Local law enforcement, as well as Rescue One, Search and Rescue One, had their canine teams, and those canine teams worked throughout the night in the darkness until the early morning hours trying to pick up a trail. They picked up a short trail that just kind of circled around the house and then headed back over toward 21, 23. Two different dog teams ran that track out, but still, we didn't find Athena. So at about 4:30 that morning, we gathered up and decided, okay, we're going to shut it down and be back at First Light um, just yesterday morning. So yesterday morning, we were all on scene at 7 a.m. as the sun was coming up. We started the search with, and that search didn't prove to be effective as well. We ended up with about 200 volunteers from the citizens around here in Wise County came forward and wanted to do something to help. So with the help of our EMC, we were able to coordinate and get those folks on tracks and on search patterns so that we could cover that six acres and cover it well. We had so many volunteers, and they were I guess mostly helped by law enforcement along the way. They were walking shoulder to shoulder through the brush, but still it was no luck. From the very beginning, this was this 2 nights ago. It was a search accompanied by an investigation. A search accompanied by an investigation. But we are now transitioning to an investigation accompanied by a search. The investigation itself is the responsibility of Wise County Sheriff's Office. We are being assisted, and thankfully so, we're being assisted by the Texas Rangers, DPS CID. We're being assisted by local PDs, the U.S. Marshals, and the FBI. The FBI is helping us with digital resources and investigative support. And so we're asking the citizens, if we could, we're asking the citizens that if they see anything, if they know anything, that they would either call the Sheriff's Office, 940-627-5971, and report that, or the FBI office, 972-559-5000, in hopes that we can get some more information that will get us to the point that we could.
My be on alert. Let me say this because I know that it's probably, and I can pretty much guess who that was. Just typed in my chat. But let me say this. First of all, I'm always be on alert. I'm looking. I think I got one, two. I got Goddess. I got Ebrook, and I got T. I think Danielle is here, but I think Danielle be working. But be on alert. Let me just say this for the grown, big age person that think they're gonna play with my child. Look, see where you come from, ma'am. Y'all do the trolling. Y'all entertain the trolls. I don't do the trolls. So you coming in here typing in my chat. First of all, it's not gonna stop my commentary. Second of all, you're just gonna be blocked. So just keep making your fake accounts coming in here trolling my chat. I'm not entertaining you. I did not entertain you when you tagged me. Actually, I will not get any more tags from you, and I will not be entertaining you, especially not in my news coverage lives. So maybe you want to try back later. Try again tomorrow. I do what you do, but I don't entertain BS. I don't entertain BS. So you might want to keep it pushing. Keep it going with the people in your sector. But what truth won't do is give you any shine or any light. So, like I said, be on alert. When you see it, get it out my chat. I don't want any of that mess in my chat. Um, and it just is what it is, okay? Let's continue, y'all.
So
hit the like button on your way out if you don't mind, okay? Y'all hit the like button for me. Please feel free to support. Hey, Ken. Please feel free to.
media's help. And we also would ask that if you would put the information out to the citizens who live in that area, and we've talked to Wise County Messenger already about this,
Thank you, Lady
that
Sunflower.
when they get home in that area, please go out and look at the outbuildings, look inside the outbuildings in your barns, look through the brush, and just search your acreage that you have so that we can have that peace of mind that she's not in another place that we have not looked. The search is continuing. It's more of a spotted search now instead of the kind of grand search that you saw
Thank y'all for the
yesterday with all
likes.
of
I
those
so
citizens.
appreciate it.
So with that, we would be glad to take questions.
Mr. Sheriff, has the family been previously known to the Wise County Sheriff's Office? Have they had previous calls to this house?
To my recollection, we've had no calls to that house, Andrew. So, no. Any other questions?
Why is it transitioning to investigation and not search?
Uh, well, it's been search and investigation. Now it's more so investigation and search because we've completed most of that search. It's covered that area that we need to cover. So we're still going to do some spot searching as information comes in. And as normally the case, the investigation then becomes the forefront because we've got a lot of people to interview. We've got the digital information that we need to be going through, so that takes up the investigative time. So we're spending more time now on the investigation than we were with search.
Do you have reason to believe that foul play is involved? Amber alert was issued at some point.
Yes.
When you didn't do that initially.
No, we actually did. We sent it out to DPS right away. And I think DPS must have some parameters on that so that they wait until there's some reason for cause or concern. And obviously there's reason for concern when the child has not been recovered in about 24 hours. So they put that out, and it doesn't necessarily mean we expect foul play, but we do understand that could be a possibility.
Can I add to that, Sheriff?
Yes, you can.
Will you step up on this microphone? So
And please identify yourself as well for all of us.
thank you so much.
I'm Craig Johnson. I'm the Chief Deputy, Wise County Sheriff's Office. To add to what the sheriff was saying into your question, the transition is in part due to the over 300 now people, men and women in different groups that volunteered because we were able to cover a vast amount of area, talk to tons of people more quickly than we would have without them. So we were able to go through a lot of different areas and aspects of a search type incident looking for Athena very quickly, check and recheck. And so now the mechanics of the situation, the investigation dictate that we keep moving into this next area. But largely it's due to the good work to the women and men who volunteered their time and came out and really looked hard.
Can you please explain what the next steps are? Meaning that there's no searching, now it's investigating. Can you explain what's next and how it's going to be?
Well, it's not just an investigation. As the sheriff said, it's transitioning to an investigation with a search. Leads still are being followed up on as they come in from leads that are developed via law enforcement or leads that are phoned in from different citizens or groups. But if we've checked and double checked and triple checked all of the things out in a typical grid search area, like what you largely saw yesterday, then we have to keep looking, we have to keep digging and following up on every lead. And it wouldn't be necessarily productive to have 300 people staged waiting to go search here and here and here and here.
Are you still asking volunteers to stay away from the scene and let law enforcement do it, or are you accepting the help of volunteers now?
We're asking that they stand down at the moment. There are some folks that come and volunteer. That is great. However, we struggle right now, again, thanks to the good work that was done yesterday by the 300 plus people on where to direct them.
Could you speak to the experience that either the office or those individuals have with missing children
chief deputy is retired from Grapevine PD. I'm a retired Texas Ranger. Um, been working in law enforcement since 1974. I think he's got about 30 years in law enforcement. I'm coming up on 50 years in law enforcement. We have encountered those investigations on many occasions. We find that if we solicit the support of the citizens as well as the other agencies who bring some expertise that we don't have, we're going to rely on them to make sure that we get everything done so that we can find out what happened to Athena, hopefully find her and bring her home alive and well. But again, I say that it's all about the possibilities, and we've got to look at everything.
Sheriff, can you talk about the conversations with the family? We know there's a couple different dynamics, mom from Oklahoma, stepmother, and biological father here. Can you give us some insight as to
This is in Texas, Miss Carla. Thank you, Candy. We're going to talk about that too. It's in Texas, Miss Carla.
Been very cooperative.
Paradise, Texas.
Interviews have been conducted by our Texas Ranger, our local Texas Ranger, and one of our investigators, and it has gone very well. We've got information.
Thank you, T.
That the first information that we had was, and for, it may still be accurate information. The information that we had.
Yes, Miss Marjorie, we got you, boo.
Daughter had a little bit of an argument, which is not unusual for a 7-year-old and the stepmother. And the stepdaughter got upset. Athena got upset, and she walked away, as she has done in the past. But they expected she would come back, but she did not come back. We obviously have been unable to find her.
Now, I don't know if y'all heard that because I was talking. Now, this is what gets me. Apparently, Athena and her stepmom got into an argument. Now, remember, Athena was 7. She got into it with her stepmom and was able to walk away. Like, I don't know. And listen. Y'all listen. Y'all know when I talk about these stories, there's no judgment or nothing, of that nature. Unless I just outright, you all know how I feel about the perpetrators, but still no judgments. Just stating my opinion. For a 7-year-old to get in a so-called argument with the step parent and is able, you welcome Candy Corn, to walk away and be allowed to walk away and be gone and say, oh, she's done this before and she's always come back. Like, what is that? Like, what does that mean? Like, how does that look? We're not talking about a 17-year-old who, of course, teenagers, they do what they do, if you allow them. But how does a 7-year-old get into an argument with a step parent and is able to walk away, not walk away and go to the bedroom or walk away or go to another room, but it's able to walk away and go away from the home? Like, I don't get that. And maybe as we look into this deeper, it'll be, some sort of understanding. But for right now, because a lot of stuff, y'all, I got to admit that I watch and listen to with y'all. Because I don't have a whole lot of time to sit in and listen to all of this stuff before I go live about it. Because that part right there, I just don't get. But let's listen, y'all. I'm gonna rewind it just a little bit.
A little bit of an argument, which is not unusual for a 7-year-old and the step.
conversations with them?
Both sides, the mother and the stepmother and the father. Happened to Athena, hopefully find her and bring her alive and well. But again, I say that it's all about the possibilities, and we've got to look at everything.
Sheriff, can you talk about the conversations with the family? We know there's a couple different dynamics, mom from Oklahoma, stepmother, and biological father here. Can you give us some insight as to how they must be feeling or conversations with them?
Both sides, the mother and the stepmother and the father, they have been very cooperative. The investigation, the interviews have been conducted by our Texas Ranger, our local Texas Ranger, and one of our investigators. And it has gone very well. We've got information that the first information that we had was, and it may still be accurate information. The information that we had at first was that the mother and daughter had a little bit of an argument, which is not unusual for a 7-year-old and the stepmother. And the stepdaughter got upset. Athena got upset, and she walked away, as she has done in the past. But they expected she would come back, but she did not come back, and we obviously have been unable to find her.
Sheriff, where was the father during all of this?
The father was on his way to a deer hunting trip in South Texas, and she called him and he turned around and came back. He was somewhere south of Fort Worth when he received that call.
Some of the neighbors told me that she, Athena, was to be going to Oklahoma back to her natural mother, and that was to have occurred right about now. Is that so?
We have been told that. I'm not sure that it's so.
I hope y'all can hear the questions from the news, the people, the news people. So apparently, one of the guys just asked. So they heard that Athena was supposed to be going back to her mom, who lives in Oklahoma, apparently, and it was supposed to happen around this time when she went missing. Okay.
Our investigators are at the front line. They may have a different idea on that, but we have been told that, and we do believe that probably is true, but we're not absolutely.
Perhaps that had something to do with the dynamic of the family that was going on at that time.
It's very possible. That's one of the possibilities. Yes, sir.
So the stepmother was the only adult at home at the time of her disappearance?
That's correct.
If you're in a public place, you hear the loud ringing for the Amber Alert, and almost everybody might just silence their phone,
Right.
and maybe not even take a look. How important is it to just glance at it? Maybe you see a description of a car, maybe you see a description of something that could help.
Well, that's why we're so judicious about putting those things out. People have got to realize that that's an important issue when they hear that coming across their phone. And I've been in a restaurant when everybody gets them at the same time, almost like tornado warnings. And so it's important that they look at that, especially if it's in your geographic area. So many times they're in South Texas, and you get a little bit.
All right, Miss
I guess
Linda.
it becomes mundane because it's so far away. But in those that are close by,
Right, Miss
we
Moore.
would hope that everybody would look at it, and if they come up with some information that would be helpful, we in law enforcement would appreciate if they give us a call.
The fact that you guys have done such an exhaustive search in the immediate area around the home, and this is a 7-year-old who's presumably just on foot, what does that tell you about where she could be at this point?
Well, we are deeply concerned about that because it's been a long time. That first night it was 28, 29 degrees. And she wasn't dressed real warmly. We originally thought that she was wearing a plaid jacket, but in reality she was in a t-shirt with jeans and boots. So we have a lot of concern. The longer it goes, the more we're concerned. But even so, I'm an optimistic guy. Our chief is an optimistic guy, and we're trying to do everything we can to recover this child.
Do any of the homes in the area have external security cameras that may have picked up a passing vehicle?
We have checked on that, and we don't have any right there in that very area. There's no ring doorbells along those lines. But even so, we're going to keep canvassing, and we sent out, and our DPS troopers helped us canvass every house, probably within a 5-mile radius. And there were some video
Just block them,
opportunities,
guys.
but
Please, just
those
block
have
them.
not proven to be fruitful to this point.
We're live. If anyone's tuning in, can you repeat who and what we're looking for and where? Just to
Who we're looking
surmise.
for? Yeah, and I've got some pictures here, some photographs of Athena that some of them we pulled off social media. So I pass these out to y'all before we leave. So that's Athena. She's 7 years old. I don't know exactly, Craig. Do you know how tall she is? I do not. She's first grader, I think, as I was told.
I saw that she was 4 feet tall on her mother's social media.
Could be. Okay.
Thank you, guys.
Other questions?
Are there particular pieces of evidence that you all might be looking for? We saw officers walking the side of a road some distance away from the home. It looked as though they were looking for something that might have been thrown out of a car or whatever there might be on the side of the road.
Craig, you want to come take that question? Behind the microphone. To directly answer your question, any item of evidence is what those officers or deputies or troopers or volunteers would have been looking for. Anything that might have suggested that Athena might have been there or something associated with her might have been there. Anything we can find to help narrow down the who, what, when, where, how, and why
of the investigation is what we're looking for. It might be a footprint, it might be a shoe, it might be hair, it might be any number of things. But as physical evidence goes, sometimes you just don't know what it is until you find it at times.
You mentioned the outpouring of the community volunteers. What would you say to people that still want to help out in some way in your local community?
Those who want to help, they can still check in with us at the First Baptist Church in Cottondale. Our EMC is there to put their name on the list, and in the event that we do need some help, we encourage them to come on back so that we can do some more searching. But right now, we ask that those citizens at home, they check their own property, even if they're within 20 miles of that area. Let's just look at the property, see what's in your barn. Some of the people that may not have been in their barn in a while. Okay. So we ask those who are in the vicinity. Brian, did I answer your question properly? Okay.
Do you have any registered sex offenders in that vicinity?
We do. And we have made contact with all of them, and that's one of the reasons the U.S. Marshals were assisting us early on.
And thus far, that's produced no reason to believe they might be responsible?
Not at this point, no, sir. But still, it's on the table. There's a possibility, but we don't see that as a direct lead right now. Anybody else? Any questions? Thank you all so much. We appreciate y'all being here. And if you would like the photographs here, we would be glad to pass some of these out. In fact, we'll just put them up here. I'll put them over on this side, and you can pick up one if you'd like to.
Deputy, your last name is Johnson? Johnsson?
Yes. Yes, Chief Deputy.
Thank you so much.
And so just for a quick recap, they have not found her. She's still missing.
All right, y'all. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna listen to the press conference held. Oh shoot, hold on, y'all. We're gonna listen to the press conference that was held after she was found. Okay. And it's only 12 minutes, and then we're going to get into, I'm going to read a couple of articles, and we're going to get into some commentary, okay? So, listen to this, y'all. They found it 2 days later, okay?
Good evening. Yes, I'm Lane Aiken, Sheriff Wise County. I'm sorry. Good evening. We're glad to see y'all here tonight. It's been a really, really tough few days, and I'm very proud of the people who are here who helped us so much to get some resolution, to get some understanding, to provide answers for the families. And these people, we couldn't have done it without that. Could not have done it without them. The Texas Rangers. This is the acting SAC, Jim Dwyer with FBI. And then I've got my chief deputy and captain, enforcement captain here. It was a monumental task, and because of the cooperation, because of us working together, we were able to get the answers. Some of the answers were not the answers that we would have hoped that we would have gotten. And we want to send our condolences out to the family of Athena Strand. Her body was recovered about 2 hours ago, maybe 3, 6 miles that direction. It hurts our hearts to know that child died. So much so that she is on her way now to the medical examiner's office. And there's a Texas Ranger in front of her
and there's a Texas Ranger behind her. This community does not like losing our children. And we could see it because of all the people who came out and helped us throughout this ordeal. It was most meaningful what the citizens did because we have a close-knit group of folks here in Wise County. And it's our pleasure to serve these folks in Wise County, the Rangers, the FBI, and the Sheriff's Office. We're glad that we've had this opportunity, but we're just sad that it didn't end the way that we would hope that it would end. Earlier today, a tip was received. We knew early on in the investigation that there had been a FedEx driver made a delivery in front of the house about the same time that little Athena, 7-year-old Athena, came up missing. And continued good work by this that the driver abducted Athena. And from the investigative standpoint, digitally as well as good old interviews, we think Athena died within just a very hour or so, the very hour or so after her departure from her home. This driver is a contract driver, and his name is Tanner Lynn Horner. He's 31 and he's from Lake Worth. He's in the Wise County Jail right now because of the good work of these people and all the folks out there who have helped our EMC, our prosecutors here tonight, the deputies, the highway patrol, the citizens. He's in our jail, and he's in our jail being charged with capital murder, aggravated kidnapping, and his bond is $1.5 million at this time. We thank again the community, and I guess at this point we'll take questions.
Was her body found on that 599 where you were at earlier?
No, it was on another county road about 6 minutes. We don't really want to release that address right now, but it was 6 miles further from here, so it's probably 3 miles past that. It's southeast of Boyd.
Was the driver actually delivering a package to that home?
Yes, sir, he was.
So she was abducted from her home, from the front of her home?
The driveway is about 200 yards or so probably pretty close to her gate.
What leads you to believe that she passed away within an hour of leaving home?
There's digital evidence as well as interviews that causes us to believe that.
How was the driver located?
You want to answer the question?
There were a number of investigative steps that had taken course along the way. The sheriff mentioned the digital evidence that was there, and we were able to work through that digital evidence and through partnerships with FedEx in order to help assist with locating him and finding him this afternoon.
Can you tell us more about his prior criminal history?
I don't know the answer to that question at this point.
When you talk about that digital evidence,
First, news conference that we was listening to was conducted before she went. It was conducted when she went missing. Okay, I played that to get a understanding about what was going on. The first one I played was when she first went missing, and they were looking for her and everything. Now this one right here is 2 days later after they found her. Um, which was on see if I can get a date, y'all. It's hard to get a date. This was done 3 days ago, so this was what, the third. So yeah, this is the news conference when they actually found her. All right, all right. And so when we're done with this, I'm gonna read a couple of articles and we're gonna get into a discussion. Okay.
Camera videos, surveillance camera videos?
I think the investigation is still unfolding at this point, and I think we'll leave the specifics in terms of what that is there. But right now we're um, on behalf of the FBI, I'd also like to offer my condolences to the Strand family and to the Wise County community as well. The partnerships with the Texas Rangers and with the gentleman behind us, the sheriff from Wise County, were truly remarkable and truly helped to bring some closure to that family today. And we know that they're hurting, but we do offer our deepest condolences to them.
Just one person that you believe is responsible?
That is, that is currently the understanding, yes.
And what led you to that location where her body was recovered?
Sheriff,
I can address that. It was because of the work of the Rangers and our investigators who were doing the interview that got us to that location based on the information they received from the suspect, now defendant.
The suspect confessed?
We do have a confession.
Is there anything that you can give us on why the suspect said he did this or what motivated him? Or
We really can't get into the content of the confession, but I will say that we have a confession, and there's so many other things because this has really just come to this position, this time, and just closure just hours ago. So it's still very, very early, but we wanted to make sure that we got the information out, what has happened today because of the good work right here.
Do you know if this man knew Athena or her family?
No, that's a good question, and I appreciate that. No, he was not related and did not know the family.
We saw a large police presence on County Road 4599. Can you disclose
That was just misinformation. As the interview went on, better information came in, and that's how we ended up doing what we did to actually recover the body.
how many locations did he guide you to?
There were three that I recall. Is that correct, Joe? Three? Two other locations.
Was the other location the Lake Worth, Fort Worth location near Somerville Place Road?
That is the defendant's home address.
Was there anything recovered there?
That again, that FBI as well as the Rangers ran that search warrant. We don't have that detail right now.
That's part of an ongoing investigation.
I know you've been in contact with the family. Is there anything that they want to say to the public tonight, the people that have searched?
I have. I spent quite a bit of time with the family, and they want you to know that they appreciate that. The vast majority of the families from Oklahoma, and they appreciated the fact that we care so much. They're devastated. They're angry because of what happened. Precious child taken from their lives. So other than their appreciation, and they would like to know that the community we give them our condolences, but we also want to make sure that we give them the privacy that they need. And I hope that everybody will respect that and give them a little bit of space, not only with the family from Oklahoma, but the family right here in Cottondale. Let's give them a little time. And we would ask, and from my closing remarks, we would ask that we spend some time and pray for these folks, so that they might be relieved of some of the pain. It's going to be a difficult few days, some sleepless nights, and they need our support.
Sheriff, is there any way we can get a mugshot yet? Have you got a mugshot on this stuff?
We'll be able to get one soon, and I think we can probably get that through the Wise County Sheriff's Office.
Sheriff, one last thing. You are a retired ranger, been in law enforcement 50 years. Describe this case in relation to your entire career.
You know, it's one of the toughest investigations that I've been involved in, because it's a child. And anytime there's a child that dies, it just hits you in your heart. You compare that child to your own children when they were that age, and it just takes the wind out of your sails, but at the same time it gives you purpose, because you want to make sure that you do the best you can so that you get the best resources together to do what has been done here. And getting this done in really 3 is done by the team. And it breaks my heart, but at the same time, it really gives me a lot of spirit knowing that we can accomplish what we accomplished here these last 3 days. Thank you.
Sheriff, can you get a spelling on the suspect, by the way?
Yes, it is Tanner, Tanner, Lynn, Lynn, Horner, Horner.
Thanks, sir. 31 from Lake Worth?
31 from Lake Worth.
Okay, so in case y'all didn't hear, the suspect's name is Tanner Lynn Horner, 31 years old, FedEx driver.
That is Jim Dwyer. He's the acting agent in charge.
That's his title?
Yes.
Do you mind spelling his last name if you know it?
DWYER.
Thank you.
Thank you, Sheriff.
All right, so that was pretty much it. He basically walked off. He was done. All right, so what I want to do now, y'all, is I want to try to find, well, not find, well, find on my list because I say we're gonna pull up the guy. Okay. Whew, Lord have mercy. Thank y'all. Listen, thank y'all so much for sticking in there with this audio only. I am still working on trying to get this visual. I'm thinking he was still in the gate, but the driveway is long. A lot of things are gonna come out about what. Hey, all right. Thank you, Charlene. What was I getting ready to say? A lot of things are gonna come out as far as, you know what I'm saying, like how he was able to get her and things of that nature. Like I said, this case is new, it's fresh. We just not starting to cover it, and I'm going to make sure I let's see, let y'all answer any questions y'all got as far as what happened, cause I'm still looking into it myself, y'all. But let's listen to a couple of short videos about this guy. All right, so let's see. Let's listen. And like I say, I am still working on getting y'all visuals as far as playing the videos, y'all. So, like I say, thank y'all for supporting me, even though we just have audio. Bear with me. I promise you, I'll get it right. It will get better. We here. Thank you, Miss Lady Sunflower. Thank you so much, sweetie. This case is terrible. He was familiar. Yeah, slay girl. All right, let's listen to this short video about this. It's entitled "FedEx Driver Accused of Kidnapping, Killing Missing Girl."
FedEx driver kidnapped a 7-year-old girl and killed her, and they say that he confessed to it after being arrested. Tanner Lynn Horn, capital murder of a person under age 10. Police in Paradise, Texas, which is just outside of Fort Worth, say Athena Strand was reported missing on Wednesday and became the subject of an Amber Alert. Police told the media she got into an argument with her stepmother and apparently left the home. Her stepmother didn't realize she wasn't in her room until a while later and then called 911. After a huge search, Athena's body was found days later, 11 miles from her home. Police found out that Athena went missing right around the time that Horner was dropping off a package for FedEx in front of the house. And authorities say Horner didn't know the Strand family before this. He's in jail on $1.5 million bond. On Facebook, Athena's grandfather said that he forgives the alleged killer, posting, "There's not 1 ounce of my flesh that wants to do this or say this, but my spirit has heard God's voice, and right now, while tears flood my eyes, I declare publicly that I forgive this man." Police commented on the strength of the community during a news conference.
This community does not like losing our children. And we could see it because of all the people who came out and helped us throughout.
I don't think it was the mother, Slay. I don't think it was the
It
mother.
was most meaningful what the citizens did because we have a close-knit group of folks here in Wise County. And it's our pleasure to serve these folks in Wise County, the Rangers, the FBI, and the Sheriff's Office. We're glad that we've had this opportunity, but we're just sad that it didn't end the way that we would hope that it would end.
Terry, it's pretty remarkable that Brent says that he forgives the killer, but from a legal perspective, do you think that that statement could impact the case in any way?
You know, it actually could. I'm surprised to hear someone say this early in the case that they forgive the killer. You go through a range of emotions from denial to anger to sadness. But when you make a statement like that, it could ultimately impact a jury. And if that jury heard the statement, and chances are a prospective juror might hear that statement, then it could affect their deliberations. And this is Texas, and this is a death penalty state. And they could very well spare his life thinking that they don't want to punish the individual even more than the family might want to. We still have not heard, however, from the rest of the family. This is the grandfather. Perhaps the parents might feel a little differently, but I do think that could affect the jury at the end of the day.
I'll tell you, that's not a comment you hear very often in these kinds of cases. Brian, I turn it over to you. What about FedEx? Could they be on the hook for damages in a case like this? I mean, he was their guy.
Absolutely. So my understanding is that he was a freelance worker for FedEx, but he still went through the same interview process. So the question becomes, what is your interview process? Sure, you said he had no criminal record, but do you dive deeper into understanding the people that you're going to put literally on other people's doorsteps? Whether or not they're going to get sued, I think it would behoove FedEx to reevaluate how they interview and how they hire people, because at least in this community, I don't think they're going to be trusting FedEx vans pulling up to their front yard or their front door anytime soon. Something's got to be done. Now, if there is a problem in their hiring process, either something that they missed that's already outlined in their own steps that they need to do, or their practices are just out of date and not that good, that other places like UPS or whatever might find better ways to interview, that could also be a problem.
Yeah, maybe a reevaluation is necessary in this kind of case.
All right, so that was a telling about the charges and the arrest of Mr. Tanner here, which I'm going to take off the screen. I just want y'all to get a visual. I will not be putting him back up. But yeah, and then the granddad came out and said he, you know, he forgave the man. Oh no, criminal record. I bet they did not completely check. We'll soon find out, Miss Linda. The thing about it is, like, as far as the granddad, they were saying that what he came out and said about forgiving the guy could impact the jury as far as convicting him and sentencing him to death. Um, the thing about that is, I don't know about that. Like, I don't honestly feel like people will, the jury, in convicting this guy, if that he's convicted, because he's not, on trial or anything yet, even though he confessed to it. So I'm thinking he will be convicted. But as far as the granddad coming out saying what he said about forgiving them, I don't think that will. It shouldn't, but you never know what might happen these days as far as with people. But me myself, I I can kind of I can kind of resonate with the granddaddy, because one thing about it, you I don't know, Ebooks. I don't know about that. Like, you can't judge people on how they feel in their spirituality and what how they're feeling. He came out and he said it publicly. When it comes to forgiveness, for those that believe in forgiveness, a lot of times you have to forgive for you, and you have to forgive to move on. The Bible says we are to forgive, but in all honesty, you have a lot of times when people say they forgive, they do it to kind of relieve themselves of hate and anger and things of that nature. You know what I'm saying? And to be able to move on. Of course, and then too, the thing about it is, like, this guy's gonna get what he deserves. He's gonna get what he deserves. Period. You know what I'm saying? And the grandfather coming out stating that he forgive him. Honestly, I can't. I really can't judge him on that, because I do know that that's right. Come correct. That's how I feel. I feel like you know, the grandfather said he forgives the bastard. He didn't say he shouldn't reap the consequences of his actions, and that's true because he absolutely will. And like I say, the granddad is saying he forgive him or whatever. It's not for the guy. It's not for him. It's for the grandfather and him able to be, strong and whatever for his family. You know what I mean? A lot of people get forgiveness mixed up with just forgetting and saying, okay, I'm good with what you did. No, I'm not good with what you did. You know what I'm saying? Not even to say I'm at peace with what with what you did, but I forgive you. And cause see, let me tell you something. When I forgive somebody, when I forgive you, and the main person, I'm gonna speak on the person that killed my son. Like, when I forgive you, I turn you over. I turn you over. I get it, ebooks. I get it. But it was what the man was feeling at the time, and he said it. But when I say I forgive you, I turn you over. I turn you over to God. Turn you over to the law. Let what's gonna happen because you will reap what you sow. So I can't really say I'm not gonna judge the guy on him deciding to say that. I just can't because like a lot of times we say you really can't judge people or say what you might or might not do in a situation unless you're placed in that situation. Things like that happen, y'all, when people's family members are taken by violence, like unnecessary violence. I'm here to attest to the fact that you have so many emotions. You have I mean, like one day you can feel one way, another day you can feel, I mean, not just days, hours, minutes. 1 minute you can feel one way, and you can be so angry. You can be so mad. And then, in my case, like, I be so angry, I be so mad that when I cried to God and I asked Him, help me, just help me. And then in the next 5 minutes, I'm okay. You know what I'm saying? So, you just don't know what type of emotions people go through. Like I say, everybody has experienced death. Everybody has experienced a death in the family, and the emotions are the same. But when you are a victim, or when a family member is a victim of a violent crime, such as this, boy, it's like it's on a whole nother level. Hey Trey, it's like it's on a whole nother level. You know what I'm saying? Cause come on, Jamila, cause when you lose a loved one, like say, older parent or a grandparent, whatever, to who live their life and who themselves has comes through time. That hurts. That hurts because you know what I'm saying. It does. But when you have something like this, a child, 7 years old, hadn't experienced life at all, has not experienced life at all, and is killed in such a violent way. Cause see, what people gotta realize is that when you lose a child that young or a child period in a violent way, I don't know about others, but with me, I keep thinking about what my child was thinking. What was he feeling? Um, it's just so many things that run through your mind and your brain, and it's questions that you have that's never going to be answered. They're never going to be answered. You know what I'm saying? So it's just it's a death. It's dealing with a death on a whole nother level, y'all. And like I say, when you're trying to get through it, anger it plays a big part. Anger plays a big part in it, a big part. You know what I mean? You be angry at everybody. You be angry at everybody, not just the person that did it. You know what I'm saying? Of course, you be angry at the person that did it, but then you be angry. Like I became angry at God. I did for. I ain't gonna even lie. I've said it before. I've told y'all before. I even became angry at God. You know what I mean? So I can't judge that granddaddy. I mean, I just cannot. I can't say whether his actions were right or wrong. I can't say because I've said it out loud. I've said it in public. I've said it to the district attorney. I forgive the dude. I forgive him But I did tell him I want y'all to do what you need to do to put his ass away. You know what I mean? So forgiving doesn't mean, oh, I want y'all to be light on him or I want y'all to. Mm-mm. That's not what that means. That's not what that means. You know what I mean? So everybody has to. Everybody has to figure out a way to deal with that type of stuff for themselves. So true, so true. My mother was dying and she loves her grandson, but didn't want him to know she was sick because she said he don't deserve to know because he took her son's life. I get it. I get it, just Kim. To our true siblings, I thought I could make it through this line, but my mans would not allow it. I've been in the bushes. Okay, are you ready? Get some rest, sweetheart. Praying that you feel better. Um, hey, K Shell. As Linda said, I understand that's human nature. God already know, and He's still coming. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Hold on a minute, y'all. All right, y'all. I'm back. Let me see. Let me see what y'all saying. Y'all make sure y'all please hit the like button on this live, if you don't mind, and please feel free to support the channel. Let me put my banner back up. Whew, let me see y'all. Like I say, please feel free to support the live, y'all. Let me see what y'all are saying. Um, I'm trying to see why my banner not coming up. I mean my overlay. This is crazy. This is weird. Mhm. Maybe it is up. Maybe it's just not showing on my end. Let me see. Yeah, it's up. It's just not showing on my end for some reason. I don't know. But oh mm, I don't know, y'all. But anywho, let me get to the comments. Let me see. Um, that's so true. Truth. Your emotions change from second to second. As mothers, you wonder what your child last thoughts were. You are left so many unanswered questions. Yep, Miss Rosie. Yep. My first husband was murdered 2 weeks before our oldest child was born. I hated the person for years because my life was destroyed for nothing. I had to pray hard because I wanted nothing but home. I get it, Slaying. I get it. I get it. Um, to be honest, for those that don't know, because I really hadn't come out and really told what happened with my son, but I will say that the guy tried to get away. Um, the guy actually fled. He fled the state. Tried to flee the state. He went to Florida. And he was in a chase. The police had to chase him down, and he was in a car accident, like a real bad. He wrecked the car because they had put some strips down on the road to stop him, right? So he ended up, riding over the strips or whatever, wrecked the car. The car was totaled. I mean, like, I've seen people with cars that look not that worse than that. Well, not even that bad, but had passed. I guess it all depends on your injury and what happens. Or what I'm trying to say is the car was total. I mean, it was wrecked so bad, but he survived. Like he just had scratches and bruises and things of that nature. And a part of me, I ain't gonna lie. A part of me wish, And I'm not. Hey, listen, y'all. I'm not like y'all know. I've been accused recently of wishing death on people and this and that and the third. I don't wish death on nobody. Like I say, even when that guy was in the accident and I was told how he was captured and what happened as far as him being captured, my first thoughts was not, oh, I wish he had died in that accident. No, that's not what my first thoughts was. First of all, I was grateful that he had been caught. That was first. Second, it just was amazing to me, which attributed to the feelings and emotions that I was feeling towards God. But what kind of got me was the fact that he was in such a bad accident and he came out with bruises. And I ain't talking about no broken bones or nothing like that. Because literally he was taken from the scene to jail. I mean, he didn't even have to go to the hospital. I think they did end up taking him just to be sure, but he had no broken bones, no nothing. He just had bruises, and I just questioned. I was like how? Like this dude just took my son for nothing, nothing, and he get in this bad accident and he's fine. He's fine. You know what I'm saying? But all of that, and I'm being honest with y'all as far as emotions, I'm just trying to explain to y'all, what this granddad may be going through in this moment. And like I say, he's just doing what he needs to do to get through this too. And we don't know his spirituality and what, his relationship is with God or whatever. So, like, just, I get it, y'all feel like he may have not needed to say it in public, but, you know, he's suffering, y'all. He's suffering. Um, I want to try to find a video, and I'm gonna try to find it real quick about, cause supposedly he had, like Slay said, had committed a crime against another woman before this happened. I think maybe like a year before. Let me see if I can find a video on that. Hopefully I will, y'all. Let me see. I'm gonna drop the link. I forgot to do that. I forgot to drop the link for anybody that wants to come up on the panel. His mind will be torn apart while locked up for life. Yeah, he might, but I think for capital murder he may be facing the death penalty, Miss Linda, in Texas. So he has a record. I don't know. I got to look more into it. I think maybe he did. I'm not for sure. Well, I mean, this particular what I was saying about the assault on the woman, I don't think he was charged with that. But let's try to find out. Let's try to find out, y'all. Um, Let me see. This video is entitled "Who is Tanner Horner, the man who confessed?" Let's see.
Heartbreaking end to a 2-day missing-year-old girl. Late last night, we learned search crews found the body of little Athena Strand. Now, she was last seen just more than 48 hours earlier in the town of Paradise. That's in Wise County, west of Denton. Her entire community came together to find her, hoping for a different outcome. This is a difficult story.
Oh, you talking about my son? Oh yeah, Miss London. Oh yeah, cause he's not facing he actually won't be facing the death penalty. He'll just be facing life. So yeah.
Here's what we know this morning. Police got a tip yesterday about Athena, and that, along with their own investigating, led them to 31-year-old Tanner Lynn Horner, the driver of that FedEx truck who was delivering a package to Athena's home. Now, he's now in custody, charged with abducting and killing the young girl. The sheriff's office says he confessed and told them where to find the body. Horner is being held on a $1.5 million bond.
It was a monumental task, and because of the cooperation, because of us working together, we were able to get the answers. Some of the answers were not the answers that we would have hoped that we would have gotten. It hurts our hearts to know that that child died. So much so that she is on her way now to the medical examiner's office. And there's a Texas Ranger in front of her, and there's a Texas Ranger behind her.
As you can imagine, the sheriff says Athena's family is angry and in utter disbelief. Now, this morning, FedEx shared this statement about the story, not just shock and sorrow. The company offered condolences to the family and says it's cooperating fully with this investigation. Now, there are still a lot of questions about the suspect, why this happened, and how the community will honor Athena. We'll be working throughout the day to bring you those updates.
Let me see. I found an article, y'all. I don't know if it has a video in it about Tanner, but let me see. Um, Authorities on Friday arrested Tanner Lynn Horner. Mind you, y'all, this was Friday just passed. Um, Authorities on Friday arrested Tanner Lynn Horner, a FedEx contract driver, and said he is accused of kidnapping and killing a 7-year-old North Texas girl after making a delivery to her home. Horner, 31, is from Fort Worth. He does not appear to have a prior criminal record in Tarrant or Wise counties. He was being held Saturday in the Wise County jail on a $1.5 million bond and charges of capital of a person under 10 years old in the death of Athena Strand. Athena's body was found Friday evening, 2 days after she was reported missing by her stepmother. Authorities has confessed to the crime. Wise County Sheriff Lane Atkins called it a crime opportunity. He said investigators don't believe that Horner knew. Um, he said that investigators don't believe that Horner knew Athena or her family. Hold on, y'all. I'm getting something in. Hold on. Let's see what this is, y'all. Okay. All right. Thank you, sis. Thank you. I'll get to that in just a second. Thank you, boo. All right. Y'all say hey to Flex if she watching. Horner's social media accounts say he has been an Uber driver, is a musician, and graduated from was it Azle High School. FedEx issued a statement late Friday. Words cannot describe our shock and sorrow at the reports surrounding this tragic event. First and foremost, our thoughts are with the family during this most difficult time, and we continue to cooperate fully with the investigating authorities. At this time, any further questions should be directed to law enforcement. I think that's. Oh no. Uber said Saturday that Horner has not driven on the app in months and that he has been banned from the platform. An Uber spokeswoman didn't immediately respond to questions of whether Horner was ever the subject of complaints while driving for the company. The suspect's neighbors. Authorities searched Horner's home on Friday. Let me go back and see if y'all got anything. Let's see. All right, let's see. Okay. Authorities searched Horner's home on Friday but not say what they found there. Those who live in the neighborhood near Lake Worth described it as a quiet place where neighbors usually kept to themselves. Let's see. I don't know what this is, y'all. Hold on. Jesus. These ads be getting on my nerves. Hold on, y'all. All right, let's see. All right, we're back. Elderly people walking their dogs. Jesus, defense. Give me strength. Elderly people walking their dogs with children are a regular sight on the street. At least a couple of houses are Airbnb rentals. Crystal Guardian says she lived in that area, Somerville Place Road, for 5 or 6 years, and she's always felt safe. When she saw on Friday on the 10 o'clock news that one of the victims was kidnapping and killing the child, she said she freaked out. Guardian said she didn't know Horner, but she frequently saw his FedEx truck parked outside his home. Friday around 3 p.m., Guardian left the house to pick up one of her children, Texas Rangers, SWAT in the area. Guardian said she started to shake all over when she found out what happened, and she didn't sleep at all Friday night. No, Goddess, I'm fine with that. That's not what's irritating me. You kind of forget you never know who your neighbor is, she told Star Telegram. Another neighbor who asked that the Star Telegram withhold her name confirmed that Horner lived in the neighborhood with his mother and grandmother. He lived with his mother and grandmother. Wow. The neighbor said Horner was always coming and going. Sometimes he would be home for a couple of weeks and then he would leave for a month. The woman said she didn't know Horner well, but she had a hard time picturing him intentionally abducting and harming a child. Hey sis, I find it just shocking it was him, she said. Y'all, we gonna have sis on the panel as well one day to help with this story because she's been following this story as well, y'all. Another neighbor who also asked to remain anonymous said police were everywhere Friday until after midnight. She didn't know what was going on, but she said rumors started to circulate on Facebook that evening that it had something to do with Athena Strand. Okay, I think that's it. Yeah, I think that's it. I have learned how to grieve my son, but still be thankful for the time God gave me with him. I had a respectful, loving son for 28 years. A lot of moms don't get that much time like this mother. Right, Miss Rosie. Right, Miss Rosie. All right, so let me pull up what I was saying. Because we're going to get into this other victim, y'all. This other alleged victim, okay? Let me see if I can pull her up. Hold on, y'all. Give me just a second. Oh, let me see. Flexi, can you send me a link to that? I'm trying to see. Can you send me a link? Let me read what this says about the other victim, y'all. The other alleged victim. Um, the other alleged victim, y'all, name is Shay Marie. Apparently, Shay Marie, and I think I'm gonna come back and do an update and get into more of Shay Marie. Shay Marie stated, and I think this is on Facebook, maybe, and it was reposted. I don't know. I think it was on. I think it's on Facebook. Okay. Shay Marie said Tanner Lynn Horner, the man who raped me at 16, 8 years ago. She was 16, 8 years ago. All right. Murdered Athena Strand, a 7-year-old girl. I hope the family gets the justice they deserve. I hope he rots. And I hope that everyone who didn't believe me when I've talked about this for 8 fucking years does now. Fuck all of you. Oh my. Ooh, Lord. So apparently, she said that this guy raped her at age 16 when she was 16, 8 years ago. And Her mother lives about 45 minutes to an hour from me, praying for the mom. Right, Candy. Okay, Flex. All right, let me see if I can find her on Facebook. Apparently, he raped her, allegedly, when she was 16, 8 years ago. Wow. Let me see. Oh, wow. Let me see. I'm gonna go through this Facebook, y'all. I'm not gonna really talk a whole lot of it, cause I want to go through this stuff. I found her on Facebook, y'all, and I want to go through. She's very vocal right now about all of this, y'all, and I want to go through it. And I'm gonna do a live on it, y'all. I'm gonna do a live on it. So for right now, this is all that's out. Um, see if I see any more videos. I really don't like to do YouTuber videos. I be trying to do the news station videos, y'all, because it be a bit much for me. As far as these YouTuber videos, I ain't gonna lie. They do too much. And it be a lot of misinformation, and I just can't. Unless I just sit and watch the entire thing before I bring it to y'all. But I would rather just watch the news coverage videos, you know? She said people didn't believe her. That's very sad. Yeah, Miss Linda. She said people didn't believe her. Yep. And he ended up doing this. If he allegedly did it, he escalated. You know, it's sad. It's really sad. I want to know her story. I'm going. I'm going. I'm going to go through this Facebook, y'all. I sure am. Hey Cam. Hey Boo. Let's see. We're almost done, y'all. I'm just making sure I can't. Cause if I find, I'm like I said, I'm gonna do a update, and I'm gonna do this. We're gonna get deeper into his other alleged victim. All right, I think that's all I got for today. On this, y'all. Now listen, I as far as this case right here or any other case, y'all, y'all already send me requests for things y'all want me to cover. Right, Miss Linda. I hope so too. Really. But on this case right here, thank you, Cam. Thank you. Um, as far as this case right here, if y'all see any like videos or articles or anything, as far as updates that y'all think I should cover, please feel free to send them to me. Let me put my email address on this live for those that may watch the replay or whatever. But if y'all see any information on this case, because I know y'all do a lot of watching as well, um, y'all please email it to me. Email it to me, and that'll be a big help as well, y'all. Okay, I appreciate y'all so much. Let's see. I'm just seeing in the chat. Assault don't have a limitation. Hmm. I wonder if he's been to court yet. Let me go to Google. I wonder if he's been to court yet, y'all. Like he should have had a court date by now. Let me see. At least what you call? But let me see. I don't think he's been to court yet, y'all. I don't see an article on it anyway. So yeah, that's gonna be it for today, y'all. Like I say, I'm gonna go through this. I'm gonna go through this Facebook of this alleged other victim of his. Like I said, she's very vocal. No shelf life. Look at Cosby, how those assaults was. Yep, just Kim. Yep, yep. So with that being said, yeah, we're gonna get out of here. Like I say, let me drop the link again, cause maybe someone wants to come up and speak. Let's see. Truth, look at Francis. Send it in my email. God is. Ken. I'm gonna write it down as well. Let me see. All right, Little John. Okay, I got you, boo. Good night, Miss Monica. Oh, I dropped the link, y'all. I'll be back later on the I'll be back later on the After Hours channel, y'all. In fact, 6. I might be back at 6, to be honest. Hey, Sandra. Hey, boo. I ain't gonna tell y'all what we're gonna talk about. This is a surprise, but yeah. I may come back at about 6 on the other channel, y'all. But with that being said, unless anyone has any questions or wants to hit the link, we're gonna get out of here. I appreciate y'all joining. For those that hit the like button, thank you so much. If you haven't, please make sure you hit it on the way out. Hit it on the way out, and as we exit, you can still feel free to support the channel if you feel it in your spirit. With that being said, I'm gonna get out of here. Hey, Chris. God bless you. Passing well, thank. Pray your hands. You so welcome, Chris. It's good to see you. Thanks for dropping in. Thank you so much. We're still praying for you, brother. Thank you for dropping in. Yep. Thank you for dropping in and letting us know you making it. We know you're gonna make it though. We know you're gonna be okay. See you later, Cam. So with that being said, I'm gonna get up out of here, y'all. I appreciate y'all so much. I love y'all. Thank you, Miss Linda. Thank you. Y'all listen, y'all be safe, be blessed, never stressed. Please be safe. Please be safe, okay? Continue to pray for the Sipper family. Continue to pray for everybody, y'all. Continue to say a little prayer for me and mine, and I will definitely pray for you and yours. And until about maybe an hour or so, I will see y'all later. Like I said, I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. And for those that really and truly and honestly support, thank y'all so, so much. With that being said, I'll see y'all later.
My feet up, my feet up, my feet up. The trap, I'm doing me. Hey, yo, keep back with my feet up in the trap, I'm doing me. My feet up, I'm doing me. My feet up. Hey, yo, keep back with my feet up in the trap, I'm doing me. Keep my distance from these suckers, I can't let them ruin me. Drug dealer, pimps and hustlers, they the ones influence me. 13 jumped off the porch with drugs is insurance. Hey, yo, keep back with my feet up, keep back with my feet up. Keep back with my feet up in the trap, I'm doing me. Hey, yo, keep back with my feet up, keep back with my feet up. Drug dealer, pimps and hustlers, they the ones influence me. Way to work naked like a skinny dipping, no crossing needed for the crucifixion. Fold out, couple screws missing. Paranoid, leaving superstition. No paper in the river fishing. Need a stone, what a nigga kitchen. Without a diamond, still shine glisten. Sell around so everybody itching. Call it strong, charging for a mission. Mathematics, simple addition. Bad luck like a bad shit. One of the few still a better street, no matter what. Never act different, no GPS. Put it back tripping. Money cup, guess I'm back slipping. Like that's the kid, I guess I'm back a hey, yo, keep back with my feet up in the trap, I'm doing me. Keep my distance from these suckers, I can't let them ruin me. Drug dealer, pimps and hustlers, they the ones influence me. 13 jumped off the porch with drugs is insurance. Hey, yo, keep back with my feet up, keep back with my feet up. Keep back with my feet up in the trap, I'm doing me. Hey, yo, style and run it up. 4 it up, rock on, run it up. Being legal, I carry 34 days. Sick and tired of it, hey yo, keep back with my feet up in the trap, I'm doing me. Keep my distance from these suckers, I can't let them ruin me. Drug dealer, pimps and hustlers, they the ones influence me. 13 jumped off the porch with drugs, this influence. Hey yo, keep back with my feet up, keep back